What did you guys want to steal from Barbie Land?
Everything. Primarily the flamingo mailbox outside of my dream house.
The memories. Right? Is that right?
The custom Chanel pink snowsuit. That was a hard one to like sneak away because it was very big.
It was like a gaming keyboard and some headphones, and I was like, I remember coming on set that day and being like, I think these are going to disappear by the end of the day.
It's a little too big, but I would have taken the Barbie Corvette.
The car, yeah, I mean,
like, who doesn't want that? The adult me would love it.
When Kate shakes up that snow globe that has her house in it, I have that.
There was a snow globe, which I did say, can someone mail this to me? And it never did come.
Thank you so much. And Greta was the one who has the snow globe.
Oh, so she took it for herself.
Better home. Better.
Greta!
I have that.
Margot gave me a present every day on set. So every day there was like some pink, you know, Ken-themed present. So I had a lot of
Junk.
Ken swag.
The book made it into the movie.
Which book?
The horse book.
I want to make that book into a movie, so don't talk about it on camera because
People
someone
will
will
know.
get the rights. She gave me a book as a joke, which I started reading, and I was like, this is the movie I'm supposed to.
He's like, this is a really good book. I'd ordered it because it was like called Man.
Don't, please.
And then in the movie, when Barbie goes to the house when it made it into his Kingdom Land, and he's like, oh, you caught me reading. Ryan held up the book. And I was like...
It's really beautiful. It's this
I love
relationship
that
between...
movie.
Should we talk more about this book?
What sparked the decision to make Ken so obsessed and enamored by horses?
They really are in some ways like aliens visiting from another planet. And I liked just his confusion about like, you wouldn't necessarily know who's in charge. Like, maybe the horses are running more than you think, because there's an awful lot of like horses in statues and horses in paintings, and you ride horses, like, you wouldn't immediately know like, well, it's the rider is the one doing it. So I liked that there was just this confusion that he just loved horses, and he thought maybe they're really running it all, which I thought was sort of terrific.
What was your reaction when you first walked onto that set?
wow, shocked.
It's like... Something like that.
The first time it was really done, and I saw it all together, they were bringing in the Barbie cars at the same time, and they were coming off of this rig, and I started crying.
The first shot of the first day was Barbie Margot waking up in the Barbie heart bed and like saying good morning, and I just like literally gasped. It was like so beautiful and so pink, and she looked like Barbie come to life.
Even sets that they built in this sort of transportation sequence, it was like an old Carl Zeman movie or something that would be on screen for 4 seconds, you know. It's just so much love put into every detail. So it definitely, I think, raised the bar for me in terms of like, oh, I better can as hard as I can.
I think actually filming in Barbie Land was the most joyful set I've ever been on, and then many people said that to me in the crew. They were like, I've never been on a set that's this happy. And then my first AD, Josh, said to me that he read that actually the color pink makes people happier. Like, it actually does make people happier. And I was like, I think maybe we've created some experiment. Also, all those sets were built in London, and we were starting to shoot in March, and it was gray, rainy, very little sunlight, and then you'd open the doors and it was like Barbie Land, and everyone's like, I'm so happy.
I put on my outfit and I was like, my whole body changed, and I was just like, just kind of like that. So that's kind of what it was like.
I'm Weird Barbie, I am in the splits, I have a funky haircut, and I smell like basement.
I think just genuinely the way her wardrobe works, I would like in real life, like everything just laid out and you can look at it, and like each item has its own little perfect place, instead of mine, which is like everything is just shoved in a drawer or like hung badly. I wish it was like I had some sort of glossy thing where I'm like, look at this, everything's beautiful.
Saying out loud like the truth that Greta and Noah so beautifully wrote, it's like there was no going back from that for her, and also for me. Like, I feel like, oh, I said that and I believe that, and like there's no going back. So there are a lot of times where like a thought will pop into my mind and I'm like, no, we're not doing that. We're not going there. We're not like, we said the thing, we know the truth. We don't have to go back to like wasting energy and time on things that like just don't make sense for us as humans. So I feel like there's a lot of Gloria that has emboldened me.